Hi, it's David here with Futures Trading. I want to go ahead and do the recap on the NQ. So this is from the alert I put out this morning at like 4 o'clock. But you can thank Carlos for this one because he actually wanted to interact, and I wanted to, of course, give him the information that he required. So thank you, Carlos, for the kind words. I appreciate you once again, my friend, for coming on board and to supporting the channel. Again, thank Carlos for this one because I wanted to make sure for him interacting that I'm there to respond. Okay, and I want to make sure that I thank all of you over here as well. Thank you for the likes, Carlos. Once again, I appreciate the fact. TNT Prize, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much, user 7472. Again, awesome. I appreciate the fact that you're doing this. Seaborn Art, thank you once again. You guys are absolutely amazing. Definitely, you guys that's constantly liking the videos and stuff. I really appreciate the efforts that you're putting in there. I celebrate the fact that you're doing that. Ali Wrights, thank you. 295. Ali Wrights, 295. Thank you so much for coming on board. I appreciate you so much. Carlos, once again, thank you so much for coming over here. And I appreciate all the kind words. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. TNT Prize, again, thank you so much for following me. I can't celebrate you enough. Thank you so much. Darwin, as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you once again. Yes, absolutely. I celebrate the fact that you guys are here. And again, I thank you so much for participating and showing a level of appreciation for what it is that's being done. And I just want to make sure that you guys know it means a lot to me. That's all. It means a lot, and I can't thank you enough for doing that. That's the goal. In order to get, of course, you guys what y'all need. Uh, celebrate what's happening because I'm doing the best I can to, of course, inform you and let you know what's possible with your trading, trying to get you consistent. So that's the goal. So I'm glad that you're doing that. So here's the trend on the daily. I don't plan on covering this anymore. I kind of just want to go ahead and move away from it. 14.5, and they should get there. They should absolutely. Here's the trend, and they should get there. So let's just go ahead and say we covered that. Again, that pop up. I hope that none of you got trapped in that. Again, I told you there's the trend. It should make trend distance 250 down up to 350. That's the static. Now, if you're looking at it from an hourly perspective, that was that rally right there. That was this. I just didn't flip the zones. They got up at 35. What is that? 30, 30, 36, 35 somewhere. But the 350 was right there. Kind of did the same thing this morning. Here's 9 o'clock right here. You would go from 950 up to 050. Kind of popped up, just didn't make it there beneath the center of the chart. So yes, they supposed to go down. All right. Now I am the pioneer professional of that chart scale method. Don't let no one fool you. So if you see anybody trying to implement that information, let them know that you know better and that's not their stuff. All right, that's the best I can tell you. All right, now here, the price was here this morning. All right, it was here this morning. And again, thank Carlos for this one. I wanted to make sure that again he understands, that these markets are they're very systematic in their approach, and you just have to know what's happening. All right, so here's the trend. They should give you the trend distance, and oftentimes they may lean back before they do it. So just keep aware of that. Here's the trend. There's the trend distance, but they lean back. So just keep mind of that. Now, at the point of me making this video, I did give, of course, some information that's beyond the scope of YouTube. And again, y'all can thank Carlos for this one. Go ahead and send him a thank you. All right, so here's the 61. All right, so here's the 61, and I gave you a target down at 789 and a quarter. I gave you a couple of targets above 61. Should they have wanted to do that? And I told you I doubt that they would, and that if the sellers was going to stop them, 61 was going to be the problem. And so here's that 61 there. And I gave you this target. Now notice there's a lot of price levels in between this stuff. And now you'll take a look at what it is that I do. I trade very objectively. Let me put this in front of you really quickly here. All right. So this is a part of what I do. I don't highlight this a lot because it's just not necessary in my opinion. But knowing days and hours in advance where price should close would change how you trade. All right. Remember, I used to run a company online. I just stopped. All right. I didn't want the job anymore. So I took my company offline. That's all. But I've been doing this professionally for some years. All right. Now, many years. Professionals, and this is something I've tried to stress to you guys, they have a particular knowledge and skills necessary to perform their specific roles. All right. Now, that's by definition. It's in nowhere in that definitions do they say they need to be billionaires to be a trader. It says a professional has particular knowledge. And so don't get it confused. The mechanic go to work, I go to work. This is a job. I just go to work. And so you need to be able to do the same thing, but you got to have particular knowledge. That's all. And so I'm trying to make you aware of some of it. So they went up here. There's the overnight. Here's this morning's range. Pay attention to the center of the chart, of course, and the upper part of the chart and the lower half of the chart. That's, of course, that thing that I told you is really, really simple. And I'm the pioneer of using your chart scale. That's what a professional do. He uses tools. All right. So now there's the news. It pushed up. Here's the high. So high is up at 18. Remember, I gave you 61. I gave you 61. And I told you if they, and I said they, and I said they, the sellers are going to stop this market, 61 will be a problem. But should they want to climb a bit more, they may reach these targets. Only to probably come back down under that price. Now I did give you that 789. Now mind you, now they're up at 18. All right, so keep that in mind. Let's do our 930. So 930, let's get it. We're somewhere in here. All right, so we're getting there. All right, so I think, yep, there we go. So 930 right here. Here's the center of the scale. The upper part of the scale. Keep this in mind, people. It's really simple. I've been doing it for years. They have a trend on the board. It's a trend. So they're supposed to go down without breaking the trend if they plan to go down. All right. So upper part of the scale, there's 930. Here's the takeoff to the downside. And you can go ahead and gauge the scale on the way down as well as the ranges. All right. So now let's take a look at what they've done. Scroll forward. And again, you can take a look at the scale as I'm scrolling the chart. All right. There's the target. 14,789. All right. And so that's what I do every morning before I trade. And it doesn't take me, all day long to get my job done. All right. So I wish you all the best with your trading. Again, I will not be covering this market for a while. I want to kind of just give it a break. But again, I want you to have a consistent approach to trading. Even if, again, you don't know the ceiling, or for that matter, the floor, you don't even know it. It's okay. You can still use the trend and get your paycheck because they're going to go to trend distance. That's really important that you know that they'll go to trend distance. If you want to utilize any of the other information here, you're more than welcome to do so. I got a timeless content section that pretty much kind of grabs some of the I guess core videos of the channel, and I put it in there for you to of course survey and just take a look at it as a library, as a reference. So these are the methods that I pretty much highlight through most of the videos here. I gave you 3 different approaches. The chart scale is very universal. It doesn't matter Asian, European, U.S. markets. It doesn't matter. No other time frame. It doesn't matter. The trend, same thing, universal. Even this price action method, very universal. And again, this is just a little bit of what I know that I'm sharing with you guys. How to be a professional. I try to do it and put it all together collectively to show you what that looks like as well, even from a swing trade perspective. You can take a look at that. If you want to see this information exclusively, you're more than welcome to help yourself to that information. And of course, the trading guide got a few more price patterns in it for you, as well as me showing you some choppy market conditions. Live trades here, several accounts I've traded. Here you go, over 1,000 ticks on one trade. I showed you that. You got some psychology on how to approach it. Even here, the full time to be a full-time trader, you got some aspects on how to do it. So it's more involved than just candlesticks. Okay, you got your health, you got learning how to work with the market. So if you want to be a professional trader, you'll need to know more than just entries and trend. That's just money. And if you're trying to do this for money, you're not being a professional. A professional in its definition, in its entirety, you can go look at the definition yourself, should you want to. It's a particular knowledge and skills necessary to perform their specific roles. And it also deals with codes of conduct and ethical and moral obligations. See, that's the other part that this field is lacking. And so, if you really want to do this as a professional, I suggest that you learn that definition and adhere to it. All right. So, I wish you all the best with your trading. Take care.